after getting all that set up, I found that we have a problem. And I'll show you what that is. So, well, the arrangement wasn't working. So the deal is this, that bolt was too far out, and what's happening is the head of the bolt's hitting the primary gear. So because I was tall with my primary gear and we're hitting on this bolt, I had to find another way to do this and to get it to be more flush with the arrangement with the primary gear. Okay, so over the years I keep a lot of bolts on hand when I work on anything from a Honda cars or whatever. And I found this bolt here. What I really want is this flange. And this had this perfect little flange on it. I thought, well, you know, I can machine that down and clean this up and make it work as the outside flange and just use any bolt that I had to hold it on. And then with that, get a bolt that was long enough that I could get it to go all the way back into the back of the case and not interfere with the gears on the other side, which obviously would be a problem. So, but have a bolt that's just perfectly long enough, and then back it out, cut it off, and then and/or use a bolt that's just perfectly long enough. So, so I'll show you what I did. So this is what I ended up with: the flange and the bolt. And all I needed was this piece. So this piece here is now machined down. It's just a bushing effectively that the shift stopper rides on. So with that, the idea of this is perfectly set for the bolt. It'll hold it in place. I'm just gonna thread lock it and reassemble it. I was gonna use some Permatex thread locker on here, the orange. It does prevents the vibration loosening, as well as it does withstand the temperature we'd expect to see. Feel full cure at 24 hours, and it's good up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, which this pic should never see. So as I was explaining it, so we have our bolt with our flange that I've created. Now I've machined that back. Okay, so now we'll take the shift stopper arm and we'll put it on there, get it ready in position, get our spring, get it in position, ready to put it on there. And this, as mentioned, this bolt's like perfectly long for this. It's like exactly the length we wanted at. It's a 3/4 inch bolt. The previous bolt, I think it was about a 1/2 inch in length, and really is, just doesn't do it. Just doesn't get there. Pull that back a bit. There we go. Hold it in place. Thread this in. Okay, so you can see that this fits up pretty nicely. And when I put the primary gear back in, it doesn't bind with the button head. No matter how hard I push it, it will not hit the button head. So we have a working arrangement. We have this bolt tightened down. We are good to go. All right, so it's key to make sure you also torque these bolts properly. It's seated nicely on the star now. As you can see, it's depressed. It's not interfering. I'm not going to interfere with that primary gear. And I could, because I've ground it back so far, I'm feeling confident with that now. Let's see if we got, yep, good return. Ground it back so far now. This is in line with the face, so I don't think we ever have to worry about this being a problem with the shift now. It's good to go. So that's our fix. Hopefully that helps. You know, and of course, you throw the rest of this stuff back together. You know, you got the primary gear, goes back on here. You got your clip. And yeah, you just put your clip back on here, clutch goes back on, star washer, lock nut, and yeah, put the thing back together, right? And let's fire it up and see if it works.